Welcome back to Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle. Let's continue. Up first, Harry Potter. Yes, the Dark Arts card. We're going to see what happens here. And we get Relatio. All heroes choose one. Discard an item or lose 2 health. Okay, well, we have lots of health. Harry has an extra influence from last turn, so let's have a look. Does he want to discard an item, or does he want to lose 2? I think he's going to lose 2 health. He's going to go from 8 health down to 6. Ron has full health. He's going to go from 10 health down to 8. Not a big deal. All right, let's start playing cards. And so, we didn't add a influence to a location, so we don't remove an attack from a villain. So Harry is up first. He's going to be playing Ginny. +1 attack, +1 influence. So he gets an influence. He gets an attack. He'll get an influence for his invisibility cloak. So that's another one. Quidditch gear, 1 attack, and he regains 1 health. So he's going to go from 6 to 7 health. And he's going to gain 1 attack. That's pretty good. And 2 more influence for a total of 5. So he's going to have 2 attack, which he's going to, of course, put on Lucius Malfoy. He has 5 influence to spend, which he will then gather the Descendo card, gain 2 attack, costing 5. And now it's cleanup time, so he discards those. And he must draw 5 new cards. He only has 2, so we're going to have to shuffle. And then we're going to have to replace the Hogwarts card that he just purchased. So, alright, sorry for the shuffling noise. And so 2, 3, 4, 5. That will be his next hand, which we won't look at unless we need to. And we have to replace the Hogwarts card. And we get Wingardium Leviosa. Gain 1 influence. You can put items on top of your deck instead of into your discard, and it costs 2. Alright, up next is Ron Weasley. Dark Arts card. He who must not be named, add 1 influence to the location. Alright, we can deal with that. We now have 2. We're still in the Forbidden Forest. We've been doing a very good job of making sure the Forbidden Forest hasn't been overrun. Up next, Ron. And what is Ron going to do? I think, let's see, he has choose 1, gain 2 influence, or draw a card. I think he's going to gain a couple of influence. He's going to use his Pigwidgeon Owl ally as an attack. So we're going to gain 1 attack for that. Quidditch gear gives him 1 attack, and he recovers 1 health. So he's going to go from 8 health to 9, and he also gets 1 attack. This is really going well. And 2 influence, which means he has 4 influence, so 2 attack. That's 6. That's 7 attack. Lucius Malfoy, you're out of here. So you are defeated. Oh, and of course, the reward, all heroes gain an influence, remove 1 influence from a location. Wow, this has been very easy so far. So we knock an influence off here, and both Harry and Ron gain an influence. So Ron now has 5 influence, and he will get the Golden Snitch. Just gain 2 influence, draw a card, and that is going to go into his discard pile. So that cost him 5. Away we go with that. Discarding, he has to draw 5 new cards, and he does have 5, so that's exactly right for next time. And we have to replace the card that he took. Another Wingardium Leviosa. So we know what that is already. We'll put it here. We have to reveal the final as I knock all of my attack tokens. They were coming off anyway. Our final villain, Tom Riddle. For each ally in hand, the active hero chooses 1. You can lose 2 health for each villain or discard a card. Wow. He's our final villain. If we defeat him, we win the game. When we come back, we're going to do a couple more turns, of course, and continue on. Continuing on. Up next, Harry. Dark Arts card. What's it going to be? Hand of Glory. Active hero loses a health and add 1 influence to the location. So we're going to add an influence to the location. 2 of 4. Harry's going to lose a health from 7 down to 6 for each ally in hand. He also has an influence token from the last turn. Does he have any allies in hand? He has 1 ally. So he must make a choice. He can either lose 2 health or discard 1 card. I think he's going to lose 2 health. 6 down to 4. We're going to keep our allies. Essence of Dittany. He's going to play that on himself. He's going to go from 4 hit points up to 6. We have Incendio. Gain 1 attack and draw a card. So going to get an attack. He's going to get to draw a card. All right, Dobby. He gets to remove an influence from the location and draw a card. All right. Removes an influence from the location. 2 down to 1 and draws a card. We're cooking with gas now. So Hedwig, he's going to use it to add an attack. And he has finite. Remove 1 influence from the location. Wow. Now there's none. We have not even moved off the Forbidden Forest. And we have gain an attack and draw a card. So gain 1 attack, draw a card. Wow, we are owning this game 2 playthrough. 2 more influence for a total of 3. So we're going to be, whoops, this should be down here. We are putting 3 attack on Tom Riddle out of 6 hit points. And we have 3 influence to spend. And I think we're going to go with Reparo. And let's choose 1, gain 2 influence, or draw a card. And now it's cleanup time. So we're going to take all of his cards. Oh, and we spent the 3, of course. These go away. And we have to replace the Hogwarts card with another Essence of Dittany. Healing 2. All right. Wow. We do 3 more damage to Tom Riddle, and we've won the game. Over now to Ron. Of course, we have to draw 5 cards for Harry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get him ready for the next turn if he needs a next turn. If Ron can manage to do 3 damage here, it's going to be game over. So let's take a look at Ron's hand. After, of course, we do a Dark Arts card, because that's the first thing we need to do in the turn. Add 1 influence to the location. That does not bother us one bit. We have handled that easily. Let's take a look at Ron's hand now. Wow. I do believe we're getting close to the end. Gain 2 attack, draw a card. Sorry, Tom Riddle, you're a toast. Oh, we were supposed to look at that. For each ally in hand, well, Ron has no allies. He gets, so we're not, that's not even going to become a factor, so no problem. Of course, the Polyjuice Potion, not going to have any effect, because if you choose an ally you played, copy its effect, well, that's doing nothing for us. And we're going to have 1, 2, and 3 influence. And we didn't play any allies, so 3 influence. And very quickly we can see 2 attack are going on to Tom Riddle. He has now a total of 5 attack. He's almost done. 3 influence for Ron. Oh, what is Ron going to do? Ron will go ahead and buy Reparo. Choose 1, gain 2 influence, or draw a card. Cleanup time. I think we're getting very close to the end. Ron has to draw 5 cards, but we have to shuffle because Ron is now completely at the end of his deck. Sorry for the shuffling noise. But there you have it. All right, he's going to draw 5 cards. I don't even think he's getting another turn. If Harry can do 1 damage, I think we're talking game over. All right, we have to replace the card here, which will be Reparo. Again, we know what that is. We're just going to put it down there. All right, when we come back, Harry's up again. If we do 1 more damage to Tom Riddle, we've destroyed or defeated all villains, and we're going to end up winning the game. Okay, up with Harry once more. First thing we do, of course, Dark Arts card. Petrification. All heroes lose a health and cannot draw cards this turn. Okay, so Harry's going to go from 6 down to 5. Ron's going to go from 9 down to 8. Nobody can draw extra cards this turn. Not a big deal. For each ally in hand, well, how many allies does Harry? Harry has no allies. And I do believe we have just finished the game. So Harry's going to end up with 1, 2, 3, so that's 3 influence for Harry. We'll end it off here. Choose one, game 2 influence, or draw a card. He's going to draw a card. He has 2 Quidditch gear, which means 2 attacks and 2 health back. So he's going to go from 5 health to 7. He's going to end up getting 2 attacks. Guess what? We're going to apply those 2 attacks to Tom Riddle. 2, 4, 6, 7 attacks versus 6 health. Tom Riddle is defeated. All heroes choose one, game 2 health, or search the discard pile. It doesn't matter. That's our last villain defeated. We have just won game 2 of Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle. And that is that. Harry finishes off Tom Riddle. And so that's it. Well, that was, I guess, rather quick. Didn't seem to have any difficulty beating game 2. And whoops, as I guess people have mentioned before, the first 2 or 3 games are relatively easy. We never even got past the Forbidden Forest. Up next would have been the Quidditch patch. If you want to look at that for game 2. I'm not sure game 3 maybe changes all these cards as well. I don't know. And the final location for game 2 would have been Chamber of Secrets, but we never got there. Excellent job, Harry and Ron. Another success for game 2. So that was Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle game 2. So thanks so much for watching along. Yes, I will be doing the rest of the games. They will be getting more complicated and such. And of course, at the end, let's take a look. We have now another box for game 3. And I don't know what's in here. I've not looked ahead of time. But it looks like we've got a lot more big cards. A whole bunch more of smaller cards. So I don't know. When we return and we do game 3 playthrough, you'll be seeing or hearing about what comes in the box. So yes, spoilers, of course. If you don't want any spoilers, you can just watch the first game playthrough, and then once you play the game yourself, then you can come back and watch 2 through 7. So thanks so much for watching along. Thanks for your suggestions, your comments, your subscriptions, your likes. Really appreciated. This was Harry Potter Hogwarts Battle, game number 2. And what can I say? Join me next time for another complete playthrough of a board, card, or dice game that I do on my channel. That's what I do here. I go from beginning to end, play right through, and I hope you enjoy it. So join me next time for another complete series.